Alright, it's Monday and we are training legs. Yeah, right now just getting ready. We'll have a scoop of pre and then it's going to be legs. I'll show you what we are going to train, reps, sets. We'll see how it goes. Chad, Chad, let's start training legs. These people are done. I'll get done soon. So let's get on to the warm up. And no matter which muscle I'm training, I prefer stretching my entire body before the lifts as it makes me feel more flexible and agile. And as we are training legs, so I am focusing more on my quads, my hams, calves, and my shins as well. And don't forget to flex anything and everything around your hips as well, as doing that will really help you ease out the discomfort on your squats or on your leg presses or any leg movements that you're about to perform on that day. Even at this moment you look, I am rotating my legs from my knees as this really helps me get free on my hips. And further I will be doing more movements that will help me feel more flexible, especially near my lower back and my hips. Make sure that you invest at least 5-10 minutes. Develop yourself a good warm up routine no matter which muscle you're training, as it will really help you in your lifts, plus it will help you stay injury free. So do not skip on your warm up. Make sure all of your joints and your muscles are nice greased and warmed up before your lifts. Guys, make sure that on your legs days especially, you're not just stretching your quads or your hams. Make sure to stretch your ankles, hips, and yeah, your knee joints as well. Just make sure you get your joints warmed up nice for the heavy lifts afterward. Struggle. Okay. Right. I hope I'm just trying to get the camera down to a level where you're able to see me. I think we should be good. Yeah. So this movement that I'm performing now, I like to do it on my back days as well and on my leg days, as it really helps me release the tension in my lower back and around the hips as well. You should try this. It will definitely help you guys. It's been quite some time I haven't trained like heavy squats because I still have pain in my knees and I don't want to risk injuries. But well, let's see after the warm up is done how I'm feeling at my knees. If I'm feeling good, we'll go for squats. Otherwise, we'll have to find some alternate. Any which ways, you guys will get to see it. Make sure you stretch your hams as well. Okay, this movement gives me a massive stretch in my hamstrings and I cannot skip this movement. So yes, and once that is done, a little flex for the camera.
gets our hams stretched. Um, we'll do few body weight squats, maybe some sissy squats as well, and then we'll move on to the working sets.
So I like to do some body weight squats as well before my working sets. And if you guys don't have a kettlebell in your gyms, you can use a dumbbell as well. The way I like to do it before performing the squats is I'll hold the kettlebell, go down in a deep squat position, and move around so that my hip feels good. I like to go on both the directions, and once I feel that everything, like all the tension is released around my hips, that's when I start performing my squats with the kettlebell. Nothing crazy, like 3 to 4 sets should be good enough, and every set I try to increase the weight on the kettlebell as well. And as I said, even if you guys don't have a kettlebell at your gym, you can just replace it with a dumbbell.
Alright, we're done with the squats. We'll do cycling for a minute or two so that everything in the lower body is just greased up, and then we'll move on to the working sets.
Recently, I have started including cycling for a minute or two in my warm up routine. I not sure exactly how much of a difference it has made on my lifting, but one thing I can definitely say, since the time I've started cycling as a warm up, I definitely don't feel the discomfort in my lower body after the lifts. Although previously there used to be a lot of discomfort even while I was performing the movements, but yes, this has definitely helped me.
Right, cycling is done. We'll move on to the first set, and that will be lying leg curls, because I like to train my hams first, because my quads get pumped up if I train them first. Like, they get pumped up really bad. So we'll move on to the lying leg curls first. 3-4 sets. Let's see how it goes.
Lying leg curls is the first movement that we are going to train, and on this exercise I prefer going medium to lightweight. I don't like going heavy on this exercise because it's not about contracting for me on this exercise, it's more about that big massive stretch on the eccentric part of the movement. So even if you look at the machine, I have set the bar to a level where my hams are stretched at the maximum and I can really go get a massive stretch. So that's the goal on this movement.
Feeling strong enough. I think 4 sets should be good. We'll try to see if we can go for some drop sets or some crazy reps like that. But yeah, so far hams feel good. I like the pump. Let's see. Alright, moving on to the leg press. I have already stacked up the weight, so we just have to go and hit. But just make sure, guys, that whenever you're doing the leg press, especially if you like, leg press is the only machine in your gym and you have to train your legs on that, go for the full range of motion. Matter of fact, drop like 30-40 pounds off the machine if you have to, but make sure you're hitting like the full range of motion. I'll demonstrate as I train it.
Leg press. So this machine is all about your foot placement. Even if you notice in the video, I am trying to count. So on leg press machines there are markings, so I have counted those markings so that I remember where exactly I need to place my feet on the pad to get the maximum tension on my quads. Because if you keep your legs high and wide, that will come down to your hams, but I want my quads to be activated on this. So low and narrow is where I need to keep my legs, and also full range of motion. As I said earlier, if I have to drop like 30-40 pounds off the machine, I am absolutely okay to do that, but I want full range of motion. Otherwise you're just half repping, and it will be more harmful on your knee joints or your ankles, and we don't want that. So go lighter if you need to, but make sure it's full range of motion and full activation of your quad muscles. On my third set, I went on to add another plate on each side of the bar, and I was feeling pretty strong. That's the reason I managed to stack up some more weight and decided to rep that. Now, just make sure, guys, that no matter what movement you're performing and you know it's a heavy lift, make sure that all of your gear is intact. You are mentally prepared for the lift. Take some time, breathe, just visualize yourself completing that movement. That really helps, it builds confidence in performing that lift. So if you can see, even I am taking my time here to make my foot placements, visualizing myself doing it, and once I'm ready, I just decided to hit the weight. And on a heavy lift especially, I like to take my time. I make sure the movement is even slower compared to lightweight, because I want the muscle to be activated in the entire movement. Anytime I feel like that the tension is moving on from my muscles to my joints or somewhere else, that is where I have to make a decision to continue or to like take rest and go again or drop the weight. And even in this movement, I was feeling some uneasiness on my left squat, on my left thigh. That is the reason I decided to like give it some time, and I thought on this at that moment that this is good enough, so I decreased the weight to 40%.
So 3 sets have been done so far. That was like 4 plates on the third set. So for the last set, usually that's how I prefer to do my last set, is like just reduce the weight down to like 30-40% and just keep going till I completely run out of my gas tank. A lot of partials, half reps. Let's go into that. Right, that was a good set. Let's go outside. Alright, so leg press is done. I usually prefer doing split squats after I'm done with the leg press, but today I feel like doing RDLs first. So yeah, we'll get on to the RDL. And just one more tip: when you're trying to do the RDL, it is going to differ individual to individual. But just the key points: try bending your knees and pushing your butts out as you go down. Like as you're taking the bar down and your knees are bent, just try pushing your butt behind. If that works for you, well and good. If it doesn't work, just keep your legs completely stiff, like a stiff leg deadlift. Just keep your legs completely stiff and keep stretching and going down till the level where you don't feel that massive stretch in your hams. and just make sure that you're not keeping the bar really close to your shins. If you're keeping your legs stiff, if you're not keeping your legs stiff, you can adjust accordingly, but if your legs are stiff, make sure that the bar is away from your shins. I usually like to do it the stiff leg way, because that's where I feel the most stretch, and you'll see how I perform it. Same goes with this exercise. We are going to do like 3 to 4 sets depending on how we feel at the muscles. This set so far was good, and as you saw, while I was bending, I was keeping the bar away from my shins. So that will enable you to get the maximum stretch at your hands. So just make sure that whichever way you're doing it, just master the form first, than increasing weight. You will also notice that while I'm performing the RDLs, some of you might be thinking, why am I doing half reps? Well, you guys are right, because the right way to do an RDL is that you go completely down, then you go completely up, do a hip thrust, and then go down again. But when I do it that way, I just end up targeting my lower back more than my hands. So the way I'm doing it right now works best for me. And again, bodybuilding is a subjective sport. Everybody will have a different way to do it. This way works for me. So yeah, some of you masters who think I'm doing it wrong, yes, I am doing it wrong, but that works for me. Alright, so for the next movement, we are going to do quad extensions, supersetting that with Bulgarian split squats. So the thing is, the quad extension machine is right behind me. I'll show you, and just next besides that machine, you can see the lying leg curls. So I'll be doing quad extensions on this one and the Bulgarian split squats on that one. You'll see how that looks.
Quad extensions. This is my absolute favorite machines, movements, call it whatever, on the legs days and in general. Like, I really love the way it targets your quad muscles. Guys, just make sure that whenever you are doing quad extensions, you adjust the seat according to your height. The thing is that your butts needs to be placed at all times while you're curling your quads, and your butt is not getting raised in the air. So just make sure of that thing, and this is how I like to do it. So first I'll do few reps with both the legs. Once that is done, I'll drop the weight 15-20%, and then I'll do it single leg as well. So yeah, that's how I like it, and the burn that I get after performing it that way is just immense. And on top of that, I like supersetting it with Bulgarian split squat. So after this set is done, I'll move on to the lying leg curls machines again, and I'll be performing my Bulgarian split squats on that machine. So you can do split squats on a normal bench as well, but the feet placement is not really good, plus your ankles tend to hurt on a flat bench. So I like to do it on the lying leg curls machines, as the bar has that round cushion around it. You can nicely place your ankle on it, and then you can perform the split squat. So you can see I make the adjustments to the machines. There are my dumbbells, and I place my ankle nice and comfortable, no discomfort on my ankle at all, and I can completely focus on my quads and the splits. So yeah, this is the way I like to do it. You guys should give it a try. Trust me, it will make huge difference.
All right, so we are left with two more movements. um, One machine is right next to me, some sort of pendulum leg press. I don't even know what this machine is exactly called. You guys will see it. You guys can definitely let me know in the comments what is this machine called. Once we are done with that, I'll move on to some calf raises, cardio, and then we are done. By the way, just drop down another comment saying how many of you people prefer doing glute bridges. Honestly, I find glute bridges more of a goofy movement. So I have never done, like not in this gym, not in any other gym, I've never done glute bridges. But the ones who do it and have seen significant growth in their hams or their glutes, let me know. Let me know if that exercise really works and how is your experience. And if this video gets around 100 views, from the next leg session, I'll start doing glute bridges. So 100 views it is. 100 views on this video, and I'll start doing glute bridges from my next legs training session. For now, let's move on to this pendulum thing.
So this is the machine that I was talking about in the previous clip. I don't know, still I don't know what exactly this machine is called, but I really like this machine. The key points about this machine is that it really helps you build strength. Like my right quads, my right leg is way stronger than my left leg, and this is the perfect machine that can help you balance out the strength on your weaker side. You can do both legs at the same time. However, I prefer doing it one at a time, as it really helps me focus on the mind muscle connection while I'm repping out just one single leg. And you really have to control the weight. You can't just like swing it on the eccentric. On the concentric you can push it, but on the eccentric you really have to control the weight, and you'll be able to see it when I do it with my right leg. So see, pushing is not hard on this machine, but the eccentric is really where this machine gets tricky, and you need to control that movement, the negatives. Yeah, this is a good machine, I really like it. This was my third or fourth set probably, but I don't know what was the purpose or reason behind standing like that on the machine.
Right, so that thing is done. Calf raises it is. Kind of exhausted at this moment, but we'll get that done. Maybe I'll take some rest for like 2-3 minutes, maybe walk around, and then we'll move on to the calf raises. Let me know, am I sun kissed or sun fucked right now? I need to design a workout program as well for me. The workout routine that I have been following, it's been quite some time, and looks like push-pull legs is not working for me anymore. So yeah, I'll have to design a different program, get my sleep in place, focus properly on my nutrition as well, because I'm kind of on that stage where my body is not reacting to the muscle tension I'm hammering it with. I mean, it's of course it's not that it's not reacting, but not to the level where I was expecting it. So looks like it is time to switch things up. Yeah, maybe a different workout routine, better sleep, better food selection will definitely get us there. And as it is, I wanted to try bro split. Like, I have never tried a bro split routine, so this might be the best chance for me to explore bro split, and let's see how my body reacts to that. Anyways, let's move on to calves.
The only reason why I shot the video from this angle is just to show you guys how hot and sunny it is. That was the only reason. And this machine was even hotter.
Have you ever heard of Mr. Steal Your Plates? That's me. Right. So calves are done. I'm definitely going to do some cardio. It's been quite some time. I've ignored that part. So 25-30 minutes of something that will help me get more sweaty. So we'll move on to the cardio. I don't think so I'll be able to record that. My phone is almost dead. Anyways, I'll see you once that is done. Man, I'm so bad at talking. Pump looks good. I'm happy with the pump, and the workout was okay. Not like the greatest workout I've had so far, but okay, not bad. I'm happy with it.